Great, how you doing? Okay, all right. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Do you want to refresh my memory?
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was like, RH was usually really chill.
Megan, you can't fix stupid, so don't play it.
That's a t-shirt.
It's working.
Is everybody ready? Okay. Call to order the Community Redevelopment Agency Governing Board meeting at 6 PM on November 17th. Let the record reflect everyone is here but Councilman Bodiford. So first item we have is approval of minutes. What's the pleasure of the board?
I move we approve the minutes.
Is there a second?
Second?
Hearing a motion and a second, I'll call the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
None opposed, motion passes. We have one request for citizen comment, but it reflects on item 7, so we're going to wait till item 7 to do that. And the next item we have is consent agenda. What's the pleasure of the board?
I move we approve the consent agenda.
Second?
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Any discussion? No? Okay. Call the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes. We're now up to discussion item number 6. Mr. Cobb.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We wanted to advise the board that we're going to have a little change in the staff that's serving the board effective on January the 1st. Mr. Kelly will be taking on the primary responsibility for the CRA. I will become the backup. The Finance Department, Public Works, Development Services, they'll all continue to serve in the normal capacity. One of the things that I've been looking at and working with Mr. Kelly is through his professional development, giving him additional duties to take on as part of, also as part of our transitional planning. And so one of the things that I've wanted for Mr. Kelly to do is to be the primary staff of a board that has decision-making authority, that has monetary authority. And I had the benefit of being able to staff different boards as I was working my way up through the ranks. And so I wanted to give Mr. Kelly the same opportunity. One of the things that we've done, your next item is an update of the CRA plan. And so what we did, Mr. Kelly took the lead. And so he'll be making the presentation. He's been working with Public Works and Finance and GIS to compile this draft plan. And what I looked at was with him putting together this plan, that would lead to the opportunity for becoming the lead staff to this board. And so I just wanted to inform the board before January 1st so that, like I said, I'll become the backup and Mr. Kelly will be the lead beginning January the 1st.
Thank you, Mr. Cobb. Are there any questions or comments from the board? Okay, we're going to move on to item 7. We have a request from Mr. O'Hanlon to speak. Please state your name and address for the record, although everyone knows, right?
Tom O'Hanlon, 827 Division Street, Oviedo, Florida. Good evening, Mayor, Council, Dave, Tim. I've been before you before for building a tower and a canopy trail here in this community, one that would mimic and be very close to the one that is in Florida's largest state park down south, Myakka River State Park. The reason for and the big interest on my part for this canopy trail and tower is it tripled the attendance of Myakka River State Park in South Florida when they built it. One of my concerns here has always been, and a lot of you, some of you were here when we did the original plans for Oviedo on the park, and the big thing was the hook. What's going to get people to come here and make our businesses successful? This canopy trail and tower will definitely we're already on the map, but it will serve. The city manager told me several years ago that, Tom, you're too early. You need to wait till 426, 419 is 4 lanes, and the rerouting of the trail is done, and that is now complete. I want to thank you all for making all of that happen, and the transportation here is definitely much better. So I approached Brian and Patrick, and they said the first stop I should make is here. We need funding for the project. The original project was built for $250,000 25 years ago. So if you do inflation, that says, yeah, it's probably close to $1 million today. When they built it, this was a community project. So what was, and they lead me to believe that maybe they could do it under their license with maybe an LLC or something like that to try and figure out how to deal with the liability of having people from the community actually work on this project. So I'm here before you today to say, estimate maybe it's $1.5 million to complete this project, assuming it's built by one contractor, and hopefully only $1 million if it's built by the community. And I'm looking for funding for half the cost of the project. The other half of the project, I plan on raising the funds from the community to cover the other half. So I'm looking to you for half the cost. Questions?
Not really a question format. I'll ask Mr. Kelly to address where this would fit in the redevelopment plan we're being presented tonight. Thank you. Mr. Kelly.
So much had changed in terms of our city and the documents and the comprehensive plan, the downtown master plan, the land development code, and the mobility plan. We decided that it would be most appropriate to fully update the plan and bring you more than just a list of draft lists of projects. So that's why we're here tonight. We put together an updated plan with all of that in mind. And Madeline, if you go to, Elion, if you go to the next slide for me, please. So I just thought I'd go over what general CRAs are. They are designed to, you back one? There we go. They are designed to, under the Community Redevelopment Act of 1969, with the purpose of revitalizing slum and blight and foster economic development in a particular area, in this case, the old downtown and surrounding neighborhoods in Oviedo on the Park area. And it does this primarily, our plan does this through investing in infrastructure to make land and make projects more attractive to private development. And also typical of CRIs are land assemblage and site preparation activities as well. Finding of necessity is the base document in the creation of a CRA. It is a formal finding of existence of slum and blight, and in our case, my opinion, there would be more of a blight issue than slum in the Oviedo CRA after reviewing all of these documents, and some of the keys to that are some of the inadequate and outdated infrastructure and land uses in the old downtown and surrounding area. Next slide, please. So again, the CRA plan was adopted in 2010. That plan established boundaries, redevelopment priorities for the CRA, and to foster economic development and eliminate blight, advancing infrastructure, mobility, and economic redevelopment with a placemaking focus. Next slide, please. So here's the current CRA boundaries as we know them up in the northwest. There is up in Magnolia Street, St. Joanna and Vine Street, all the way to the east side and to Lloyd Lane and Geneva Drive. The Adeline B. Tinsley Way area is included in that as well, down to Doctors Drive, the Oviedo in the Park area, Vicky Sharon Court, and the finally historic downtown. Next slide, please. So the current plan you have before you, the draft plan, excuse me, looked at the current state of the redevelopment area, evaluated the land uses as updated by the comp plan and land development code update, and economic employment data, how the area is redeveloping, meaning under the current redevelopment plan, how the existing improvements we're doing and contributing to the TIF funding, opportunities and challenges. The opportunities we see were the increasing TIF over the years, primarily driven by Oviedo in the Park. The challenges we would see are the sort of the rural vestiges of the old downtown and some of the close-in neighborhoods to that, lack of infrastructure as mentioned before. Again, another opportunity would be common private property ownership in the historic downtown, which would be driven by the infrastructure improvements that have been done of recent years by the CRA and the city. The updated plan aligns with the CRA, as mentioned before, and aligns with the comp plan, as mentioned before. It also adds an affordable housing element that has been placed in there per statute that we do have to address affordable housing. The city has the opportunity to work with the Seminole County Housing Authority, which is in that Doctors Drive area, to facilitate that redevelopment plan that I believe is underway with the Housing Authority. Next slide, please. So we put together that list of projects as the CRA Governing Board requested. They are into 6 task categories. Administration, which, as you're aware, the city staff administers the CRA, and that would be under that category along with the state-required filings and accounting and auditing as well. Business development and neighborhood enhancement, our developed neighborhood improvement grants, and things of that nature. Cultural and public art, as you're aware, the Wings of Joy, our one project, the murals, and the Oviedo Boulevard sculptures has recently heard by this board. And we also, in each category, have sort of a catch-all, evaluate and approve additional funding projects in each category. So streetscaping is another task category, across Seminole Trail activation, County Road 419 streetscaping, Geneva Drive streetscaping, Franklin Street trees. Then we move on to mobility, the improvements primarily coming from our mobility plan, and the Geneva Drive 434 connector road is one, which is wrapping up, but we also have the Franklin Street connection as well. There are several other Doctors Court, Lloyd Lane, Oak Street extensions that are contemplated. And then we have sidewalk projects throughout the community redevelopment area that are not currently funded in any city project, but are identified as needs. Stormwater projects, revisions to Solari Park and Sweetwater Creek. We also have various water utility projects in the community redevelopment area that need to be done. And lastly, we'll round that out with property acquisition, which common in CRAs, which the Oviedo CRA has not accomplished as of yet, but they go out and they buy property, they assemble groups of properties, and they do site prep and prepare them for development for private investors. So all of those proposed updates are consistent with the findings of necessity and the redevelopment strategies that were in the previous CRA plan. And we will have some next steps that we'll discuss on the next slide. CRA Governing Board, so your next steps. We'll review these plans and projects, and you'll adopt the resolution making a formal recommendation to City Council that they take those. The LPA will need to review the updates for consistency with the comp plan, but we've taken that into account as we've done this, the comp plan updates, and then City Council will have to hold a public hearing and adopt the CRA plan update. So it's recommended that CRA Governing Board discuss the plan updates and the projects, and offer direction to staff on what to be included in the final plan brought.
Before we get into that discussion, with respect to what Mr. O'Hanlon mentioned, I presume you would consider that a mobility-type project?
Or cultural. I was thinking cultural makes more sense for
Well,
that.
Whatever you want to call it. So if you look at mobility, and this is true for all the categories, the last item is evaluate and fund additional mobility improvements. So we have, if we move forward with this general plan, we have a way to do projects that aren't specifically anticipated and listed. So Mr. O'Hanlon, wherever you would fall, we have that ability.
All of that can be addressed. And I don't think it's anything that anybody up here would disagree with. It's just some tidying up type stuff.
If you make some changes, just let us know what they are, Mr. Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other comments from anybody?
Are most of these projects already in our plan?
Some are, some aren't.
I'd like to highlight what we added or what you're proposing to add so that I know the difference, so I don't have to go back and compare it to the old plan.
Yes, sir, I can notate that.
Is that something you can bring back to our December meeting?
I can get it done.
Okay.
For a boardwalk, running from the historic downtown down to Oviedo on the Park. That would be the mobility part of it, I believe, that
Okay.
Chairman spoke to. And then cultural project, as the mayor spoke. CRIs fund several, I know they funded theater projects. They funded libraries to try to generate that private investment in a community redevelopment area.
So I'm looking to see if we have consensus to add it to this version of the plan.
Have it specifically in the plan. We can add it as a project. So, for example, under mobility, there evaluate and fund additional mobility improvements in the community redevelopment area. That could fall squarely within that category. If you want to add it specifically, I can ask for consensus, if that's what you want to do.
I think, it's hard to get a project going without it being part of some overall plan.
Is there consensus to add that to the list?
It's probably a good idea to add it based on what the state legislature is doing. So yes.
Be on the list too. If it's not on the list, we are never going to get it funded.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I would preface, every single one of these projects was subject to available funding.
All right.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Tom mentioned that it drove 3 times the traffic. How in the world can our roads support 3 times the traffic they have today? There's just no possible way, even with the new road we have. You try to get from old downtown to 417, that is a nightmare road.
I don't think it's going to drive that much. I've been to the Mayaca Tower Bridge, and I get it. I went there on an expedition. I went on.
Changed from the prior plan, including this project.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions for Mr. Kelly? Okay, with that, our next meeting is Monday, December 15th and another one Tuesday, January 20. And Mr. Cobb, the December meeting, we pick a chair for the next session, correct?
That's correct.
All right,
Mr. Chairman.
go ahead.
Can I ask for a reminder for these meetings? Somehow I don't get anything ever, and I was just wondering if the council does, then I should.
We get the same as you. We're looking at it right now.
That's all you get.
That's what we
Shows
get.
up on our calendar
It's on our
also,
calendar.
on our city calendar.
Maybe,
We'll see what we can do.
Thank you.
Kellyanne, can you just send a reminder out?